The spy Hurstwine is enjoying the comforts of one of our cells. Now, I would hear from you, Sabine. If you're safe, I trust the Lady Perrielle is as well.
You don't gotta worry. Me, the lady, and that butler fellow went east before crossing the desert south into Euchris. Perrielle said she's on friendly terms with their king, and that he'd help her out.
But I thought we agreed to meet here.
The lady said you and Ymir could hold down the fort, which gave her a chance to, and I quote, take the initiative.
Sounds like her, all right.
Ah, yes. It most certainly does.
Thing is, while we made it to Euchris, the negotiations ain't going so hot. So, she sent me here to fetch a little help.
You crossed the Great Wood by yourself. Madness.
Well, we live in mad times. Also, I had a little help from someone in Euchris who knows the route.
King Umashirith and Lady Perrielle have known each other since they were children. But though Euchris was the first nation we reached out to before the Battle of Eltisvice, reinforcements never arrived.
Near as I can tell, the Yuma kid wants to help. But he ain't the most forceful sort, and he's surrounded by nervous pillow sitters who don't want to get on the Empire's bad side.
What? They're playing nice with the jerk faces who invaded Altusvice?
The Empire has been selling a different story. They claim the invasion was in response to border violations committed by House Groom. Besides, the League of Nations is hardly a monolith.
Just a bunch of little fish all looking out for number one.
Regardless, Perry's counting on us, so we should head for Euchris.
Perry?
I mean, Perrielle. You know, the lady? Lady Perrielle?
Better.
I can show you the way. Won't even gripe about how I just got back from the place. But first, we need to pop by the Tree Folk village.
Ooh, pick me! You gotta pick me! I'll smack some sense into those Empire-loving dummies. Yup!
Would the provisional leader and fantastic captain be so kind as to select the rest of his traveling companions? Concerned as I am, I'd best stay and manage things here. Can I trust you to look after our benefactor? Her ladyship, Countess Perrielle.
Got it. Thank you. And yes.
So, let's see. If we're headed to the Tree Folk village, we want to head across the South Bridge and then southwest, yeah?
Yep. Once we reach the village, I'll guide you the rest of the way.
The gray branches bid you free passage. Go in peace.
Soon these toes will be on Euchrisian soil. Hee-hee!
We've reached the border of Euchris.
So, where is Perry?
Sorry, who?
Sorry, Lady Perrielle. Where can we find her?
The Eucrisian capital, Hishahn. It's on the coast east of here.
Okay, let's get moving! So this is Hishahn.
Sure is. I'm guessing we'll find Lady Perrielle either at the palace or the inn.
The inn?
She booked the biggest room they had. Didn't want to stay at the palace in case the walls had ears.
Gotcha. Then let's go find her. Is there any reason you're staring?
Yeah. Did you just materialize out of thin air?
Did I miss what? Miscalculate? How dare you!
That's not at all what I said.
You listen to me, Buster. I don't make mistakes because I'm perfect with a sparkly, pristine capital P. Whatever you think you saw, you didn't, right?
I could have sworn you took a spill.
I did no such thing. Must I repeat myself? Whatever you think you saw, you didn't, right?
Right.
That's more like it. Don't you ever question a paragon.
So this is where where Lady Perrielle is staying?
I have had it up to here with the local aristocracy. It's as though they think of nothing but themselves.
Milady, perhaps you might lower your voice?
Ugh, why bother? If there are spies afoot, I will happily scream my thoughts into their ears. Ask yourselves this, spies. Which do your masters value more? Their country or their personal wealth? Now come, Janquis. Noah, Sabine, impeccable timing.
It's good to see you safe, Perry.
And why wouldn't I be? I had my secret passage, remember? Now then, I understand you're doing a fine job with my resistance army. Tell me everything. So that's what you're calling the castle now?
You like it?
A passable name, I suppose.
Milady, I believe it's time.
Ah, indeed it is. Noah, come with me. We'll be joining a conference between King Yuma and his Chamber of Lords. Strictly as observers, I'm afraid. But I still wish for you and the others to attend me. Save for Janquis and Sabine, who shall remain here and set up a means to communicate with Ymir back at Castle whatever.
Can't imagine anything more boring than a council, so glad to be counted out.
Not to question you, milady, but would you not prefer me at your side?
Do not treat me like a child, Janequist. Now, relay my dinner order to the kitchen as we discussed. And tell the cook to use a little spice this time.
Sorry, where are we going exactly?
To the palace! It's on the north side of town.
Welcome, Countess Perrielle. You may enter.
My thanks.
So, what's on the table for this big shindig?
A letter has arrived from Dukes Aldrich, in which he proposes a new relationship between Euchris and Galdia. Which I take to mean leaving the League of Nations and joining the Empire's side.
Betray the League? What kind of scoundrel would agree to that?
Listen to you. You've the fire of a resistance leader already. And you'll soon see for yourself what manner of scoundrel would scheme such a thing. Pray excuse our tardiness.
There you are, Perrielle. We're just, well, it's good of you to come. Right this way, if you would.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Ah, Countess Groom. You must be quite the important woman indeed to keep His Majesty waiting.
No, it's all right. I promised her I'd wait, and,
Nevertheless, permit me to remind you of your position. You have been invited here to observe, and only to observe. And who, pray tell, are these people?
My humblest apologies, Lord Harlan. If I may, Your Majesty, I would like to present Commander Noah, the young founder of the Resistance Army. Or, nay, founder of the Alliance, a group which seeks to defend the League of Nations from Imperial invasion.
Resistance Army, is it?
Well, I don't...
And let me present myself! I'm Leon, and I'm basically his second in command.
an alliance? Well, that sounds most
Ahem! Let us move on to the matter at hand, Your Majesty. Dukes Aldrich of the Galdian Empire seeks an alliance with us, and we must decide if we will accept his terms or no. I believe the Dukes to be a rising star within the Empire, and think there is much we could learn from his bold leadership. I see this offer as a major opportunity for you, Chris. Especially compared to some up-jumped mercenary and whomever else comprises his alliance.
Are you mad? This is the same brazen tyrant who invaded Groom. His true intentions could not be more obvious.
Countess Groom, May I remind you that you are an observer here and nothing more? I expect you to restrain yourself in the presence of His Majesty.
Ugh. Sorry, Perrielle. But Lord Harlan, I think, well, maybe there might be some merit to what Countess Groom has to say.
Ah, but this is distressing indeed, Your Majesty. You know I have worked tirelessly for you, Chris, ever since your father sat the throne. Yes. I have long been one of House Sharith's most faithful servants, and yet now you claim to have no faith in my perspective? Never mind that House Fallmeyer nearly beggared itself to support this country in its year of famine.
Take heart, Lord Harlan. King Yuma knows well both our family's loyalty to the realm. I am sure he did not mean to dismiss your many great deeds.
No, of course not.
We should act in due haste to inform Dukes Aldrich that we agree to his terms. Now hold on! You're just gonna surrender to him without a fight?
Such ignorance speaks volumes about you, boy! No one is saying anything of the sort! Dukes Aldrich has kindly extended to us the hand of friendship and unity. If you would speak of war, then tell me what guarantee we have that Euchris's army would prevail. We cannot permit our great nation to fall while under your Majesty's watch.
Yes, but Cassius?
You need only to give the order, Your Majesty, and I shall battle the Empire with everything I can muster.
And what then, General Cassius? Can you promise us victory? Can you guarantee His Majesty that we will emerge triumphant?
The Galdian Empire is more than just Dukes Aldrich. They have the renowned General Goldwyn as well. I would be a poor military man indeed to assure ultimate victory.
There, do you see? No assurances. And if General Goldwyn were faced with our General Cassius, would he promise the Empire victory? What? It's a fair question, don't you think? Even the best generals know there are no guarantees on the battlefield, and in fact, they likely know this fact best of all. Of course, all I know of the matter is what I've read in books. General Cassius, however, speaks from decades of experience. But perhaps, Lord Harlan, you have another opinion? Do you believe our esteemed General Cassius is guaranteed to lose? Well,
Well, Harlan?
No! No, of course I don't believe that. But this argument is mere sophistry. It has nothing to do with the topic at hand. Melridge, You were summoned here to draft our reply once this matter was settled, not to sow doubt in His Majesty with rhetorical nonsense. Quite right, quite right. I do apologize for any confusion I may have caused. That said, there is still time before Dukes Eldrick will expect our reply, and His Majesty seems exhausted. Shall we table the matter for today? But...
Your Majesty!
Oh, yes, I think so. Let's give it a little more time before we decide.
Do you see now what I've been dealing with? It's been an entire week.